Size-wise, the Hudson compares to the compacts. We have a subcompact car. We have a full-size Sig Sauer 226 Tactical. We have the Hudson. We have my everyday carry, the Sig Sauer P229 Legion series. And then we also have a subcompact Ruger LCP 380. It is one of the smallest semi-automatics made. So, as you can see, taking the Sig, comparing it to the Hudson, it is just about the same size as the Sig Sauer 229. The Hudson H9 comes in a box. It's a different box than guns are usually shipped in. Nice foam lining. And inside you will find the operator's manual. You'll find a safety lock for long-term storage. And the Hudson actually comes with 3 magazines. Okay, so we're going to do 2 things quickly. Just do a quick accuracy check. 21 feet. Remember, you got to take into consideration the ammo and my shooting ability. We're going to try it out at 21 feet. I also want to feel the felt recoil of this. Also catch the bottom here. I'm actually not highly impressed with that grouping. It's the size of my hand. So with the Plus P ammunition, actually the felt recoil was not much more. I'm going to say that this gun is probably one of the softest recoil guns that I have shot. In 9mm, it's at least as easy to shoot as my 226 Tactical, maybe even slightly better. So as far as you have a gun the size of a compact with the recoil or less recoil than a full-size gun, so that is definitely an advantage. Okay, had to come in from outside. It was quite cold out there, about 18 degrees. Getting to the point where my phone was going to stop recording. So overall shooting impressions of the new Hudson, I like it a lot. Felt recoil is very minimal. It is probably one of the, if not the softest shooting handguns I've ever shot. Very easy to control, very easy to be able to follow up with shots and rapid fire succession. So as far as the recoil goes, their claims that it's a very soft shooting gun, I'm going to say are true. As far as accuracy, the jury is still out. I was using a cheap ammo. It was just a Remington UMC target ammo, not precision ammo by any means. And again, with it being so cold outside, and the gun being brand new, I have not done anything to this gun at all. Haven't even cleaned it yet. It's actually a customer's gun that is buying it today, so I don't want to do much to it. I got his permission to shoot it, and I wanted to get a few rounds through it to get a first impression. As far as the gun feels, like I said, this 1911 grip is just outstanding. I've always liked the 1911 grip. My hands are not the largest hands, so you could see that being able to hit the magazine release, the slide release, everything is right there. It's a very good feeling gun. The sights, a lot of people like this sight setup. You have a highlight sight up front with a night sight on it, in it, but I am not a fan of this. This sight setup is fine for daylight, maybe even getting into a little bit lower light. But I'm going to tell you right now, this sight that seems to be getting popular today, if you use this gun for protection, you will have trouble aiming this gun in the dark. I am not a fan of this. I have carried a gun for protection for years. And I used to carry guns back in the day before they had high vis sights, before they had the night sights. Basically, all they had were the black combat sights. And when it comes to being able to see these sights at night, you were going to have trouble knowing if you were holding the gun like this, if you were holding the gun like this, if you were holding the gun like this. I do not like the rear sight not having anything. Ideally, even the figure eight where they would have a night sight below it. But my preference is, if I were to have this gun as an everyday carry, I would be changing out that rear sight that would have something in it, so that in the darkness I would know where that back sight is. Other than that, the sight picture itself in the daylight, it is excellent. I do like that design of the high vis on the outside, the night sight dot in the middle of it. So I'm going to just rate the sights as average for the simple fact that I do not like a rear dark combat sight. I know that even Wilson Combat themselves are starting to put a sight out like that. I have carried for years. I've had to use a gun in the darkness, and I do not like it. As far as target shooting and things like that, it would be fine. But for an everyday carry that you're going to use on a gun to protect yourself, I don't recommend it. That's my preference. These grips are pretty cool. I have not checked to see yet if they are the exact same dimensions as 1911 grips. That would be really nice if they were, because as we all know, there are tons of accessory aftermarket grips for the 1911 that are very nice looking. So that would be one way that you could potentially customize this gun. But like I said, I haven't checked to see if that is actually the case or not. If not, I'm sure this gun will get popular enough that in time you will see accessories like that, including holsters, etc. Trigger, great setup. Basically, like the Glocks, striker fire action, you just basically pull the trigger and you're ready to go. The accessory rail, very nice. You could put, features on there that you like, such as a flashlight, laser, etc. It is ambidextrous. This is reversible, the magazine release. You can also get this gun with an external safety if you prefer. You can get right hand, left hand, or ambidextrous. So the slide release itself is ambidextrous. This gun is a very ambidextrous gun. My son just shot it. He is left-handed, and he liked the setup also. Again, as far as the dimensions, this gun has the same height, weight, length, width, everything close to the SIG 229, which is compact. So basically you got about 7.6 inches overall length, 5.2 height, width about 1.24, which is nice. That's actually on the thin side. A barrel length 4.2, so that actually gives you a little more velocity. With a little bit longer, the SIG 229 I think is around 3.9. Same weight, about 34 ounces. 34-ounce gun, it is not what I would consider a light gun. It is a little difficult to carry if you are wearing, lighter weight shorts in the summer. But as far as being able to carry it with a pair of pants and inside the waistband holster or outside the waistband holster, 34 ounces is not an issue at all. I carry the 229 all the time, and 34 ounces is not an issue at all with a belt and pants setup either inside or outside. And it can actually be with pants this size of a gun, a compact with an inside the waistband holster, it can be very comfortable to carry all day long. You do get 15 rounds out of this gun also, so about the same as the new 229, so that is a good thing also. Couple of interesting things here. The slide release right here, I know that you do have to push and twist on it to get it to release the slide. I was a little bit leery with it being in that place because when you do the forward thumb grip, that will be right where your thumb will rest against the slide there, but it actually will not cause you an issue, so I would not be too concerned about that. So, overall shooting impressions and impression of the new Hudson, I like it. The grip design. To me, this gun is basically the best of both worlds. You have the simplicity of a striker fire gun, like a Glock, with the grip design, a little bit more narrow, skinnier, etc., of a 1911. I know that a lot of the new striker fire guns, the polymer guns out there, they do have adjustable grips on them. The back straps are adjustable, then some of them even have adjustable side panels. So that is a very good thing. But this gun is obviously going to be a fan for the people that really like the 1911 grips. Will I run out and buy one of these myself for $1,000? Not until I find out more about the accuracy. Like I said, if I were to have purchased this gun myself, I would be trying some different ammunition. I would be trying some, I shot all 115 grain today, so I'd be trying some 147 grain. I would be trying some 124 grain just to see where this gun shoots with that ammo. Again, don't put too much into the accuracy today. That was freehand. I was shooting without my glasses. My glasses actually need replaced. And it was extremely cold out, and I was shooting, basically inexpensive ammo. So I think that this gun has a lot of promise. I would recommend it, and if I come to the conclusion that the gun is going to be more accurate, I will most likely be picking one up for myself. Hope you enjoyed this quick review of the Hudson H9.